Did you know chiropractic is safe for the young and the old? Yes, it's true. Chiropractic is safe for babies, infants, and kids. Chiropractic is also safe for your parents and your grandparents. Let's start with kids. Kids are precious. A German study was done a few years back. They took 1,250 babies that were all 5 days old. Here's what they found. Upon examination, over 1,000 of them, that's 80%, had neck and head misalignments. Now you're probably thinking, how does that happen? Well, at that age, at 5 days old, it's typically due to the birthing process. Let me explain. The woman, the mom, is going through the birthing process, and the doctor wants to help out. So what does he or she do? Well, he might pull and tug a little bit on the head and neck. That creates a little bit of force. You got to remember that baby's head and neck, especially the neck muscles, are not very strong yet. So by pulling and tugging, it can create torque and forces that can create misalignments within the spine. Then sometimes doctors use a little bit more force than that. They use things like forceps or vacuum extraction. That puts a lot of pressure on that baby's head and neck and spine. That's how misalignments to the upper head and neck can start occurring. Now, what does that do? Well, in that German study, out of the 1,000 babies that had upper head and neck misalignments, vertebral subluxations, 211 of those had symptoms. Let's talk about those symptoms. Hyperactivity, colic, vomiting, sleeplessness. Upon a chiropractic adjustment to those 211 babies, all of them, the crying stopped, their muscles relaxed, they went to sleep, the vomiting and the colic stopped as well. So here's the important lesson out of that. Get your kids and your children checked for a misalignment to the upper head and neck. Now, it's not to say that children can't have misalignments to the rest of their spine. It's just at the very young age, it's typically in the head and neck. Now, did you know kids by the age of 10 years of age have had approximately 2,000 falls? Those falls happen through sports, learning to walk, some stumbles and fumbles. Out of the 2,000 falls that they've had by age of 10, 200 of those are considered major. So it's important to get your kids checked whether they have symptoms or not. Let's go through a little bit of a list, a short list of possible symptoms that your children or your kids may have. They may have ear infections. They may have colic. Maybe the ear infections are so bad the doctor wants to go with tubes in the ears. It's usually not that drastic. Chiropractic can render help within a few short visits. What about ADD? That's being helped with chiropractic with success. What about asthma and allergies? These are all things that your children and your kids can be helped through a chiropractic adjustment. As a reminder, your chiropractor is going to use a very gentle treatment for their head and neck misalignment. So everything is very safe and gentle. Kids love it. They feel better. They just love it. Now remember, when you have interference to the nervous system through spinal subluxations, your nerves control everything. So when you have a healthy nervous system, your children are going to grow up to be healthier adults. Now let's talk about your parents and grandparents. Here are the facts. Our senior citizens need a lot of spinal care. As you age, your spine gets a lot of wear and tear, whether it's arthritis or other issues. You've had falls in your life, you've had car accidents, different stressors, whether it's job-related or just simply living life. When you age and you get to the age of senior citizens, you need more attention to your spine than maybe when you're in your 20s. So our seniors need a lot of help through chiropractic care. Now, in case you're wondering, chiropractic is very safe, even for our seniors. Now, you might be thinking, my mom, she's a little older, she's very brittle. I don't know if her spine or her ribs can take it. Listen, chiropractic has made huge advancements through research and clinical studies, and most chiropractors nowadays are extremely gentle with seniors. They can use their hands in a very gentle way or use different tools. But when the spine has misalignments in it, it interferes with the nervous system. And your nervous system controls everything. So our seniors need more help and more treatment because they have more wear and tear. If you're thinking about bringing your parent or your grandparent, here's a personal story of mine. I had a woman walk into my office. She was 97 years old. Now, back in the 60s, she was an army wife. She's not sure why. She got sick, and they took 1/3 of her intestines and stomach out during a surgical procedure. And ever since then, she cannot eat regular foods like you and I can. Now, she was very slim. In fact, most of us want to lose weight. This woman wanted to gain weight. She would eat a couple pieces of carrots and celery sticks for her meal, and she would eat every half hour to an hour. Now, yes, it's true. I was able to get her out of much pain, out of the aches, and she became much better. She became well. One of the neat things that happened, though, is this. Within about a month of her chiropractic care at my office, she gained 2 whole pounds. Now, to a woman who's very slim and can barely put on weight, that was a huge thing for her. So my point here is this. When you treat, whether it's kids or seniors, you get your nervous system working better, miracles can happen. But it's always safe and gentle. The other thing is, I'll give you a short story about babies. I had a baby that was 2 weeks old. The mom brought the baby to my office at the request of a friend. Now, the baby was born at approximately 7 pounds of birth weight. And within 2 weeks, the baby had lost approximately 1 pound. Now, that's a drastic change. When you lose that amount of weight at that age, they start to ask questions. They did all kinds of studies and tests. Nobody could find out what was wrong with this baby. They wanted to do exploratory surgery. Now, the mom didn't think that was a good idea. Finally, at the request of her friend, she brought the baby to me. I found an upper neck misalignment in this baby. We did a very gentle, safe treatment to the upper neck, and within 2 weeks, the baby had put on 2 pounds. The colic went away. The baby, she could keep her food down, so miracles can happen. Chiropractic is very safe for babies. It's very safe for senior citizens. Make sure you take your kids, your parents and your grandparents, to your chiropractor.